ride as fast because you're fat now. Just for a quick, going over things just because I need a break. Something that I could talk about. Sometime this year, I'm wanting to definitely put some Dunlops on this. Absolutely hate those fucking tires. I mean, look, not even as wide as my damn finger. My dad's bike has a Dunlop 34 rear, and it's still got the original Pirelli on the front, and it handles just insanely better. Like, can't even explain how nice it is. I might or may not do some wheels to this. Just depends on money and all that. Do some cosmetic stuff, like maybe some new graphics. Probably going to be an exhaust pipe sooner or later too, because I don't like how it's brown and kind of rusty looking now after riding it for a little while. My review on this bike: love it. There is some things I wish they changed. One of them being, you could see that the suspension is just kind of beating me around out there just a little bit, and it's more in the front than it is the rear. But gearing's perfect. The fucking, just how instant the power is fucking amazing. A lot of people may ask, is this a good bike to buy? I definitely don't regret buying this bike. The biggest thing that I wish that it had was, the front suspension. I adjusted the front down 4 clicks and the rear down in 3. The rear is perfect. Still having trouble with the front being real comfortable. Of course, you can see that I'm kind of going for like a wood style setup here, considering I got the the Sherby's handguards here and the skid plate and the giant ass IMS here. I went to Hatfield McCoy, West Virginia once, and I got super lucky that I wasn't pushing this thing. Because the OEM gas tank that comes on this is 1.66 gallons. When I went to the gas station, I put 1.6 gallons in it. Got lucky I wasn't pushing before then. So since then, I put that tank on there. The only thing I've really done to this bike was some stickers, IMS, skid plate, these radiator braces. Radiator braces was the first ever thing I've done to that. Put some replacement of these in there just for cosmetic, really. My second set of handguards on here. Definitely recommend these. Other than that, everything else is pretty much bone stock. Something I do wish was, I keep repeating myself, but I do wish that that those front forks was a lot different. I know that this is the R model, but it's still a little bit stiff for that even. Haven't been racing. Had a shoulder injury April 14th of last year. About 2 to 3 weeks. It'll be about a year ago from then. Almost a year. Power wise, been really happy with this bike. Reliability, definitely been happy with this bike. I haven't done, you know, piston change or, you know, top end. I haven't done jack squat to this bike other than keep my air filter clean and change my oil at reasonable hours and stuff. The full use of this bike wasn't just for racing. You know, I did buy this bike to you know, just to something I can ride and race if I want. Really, overall, really nice bike. Something else, I know it's a race bike like I said, but it sits just a little tiny bit too high maybe for my likings. If the seat sat down about an inch or so lower, that would make a big difference. If you're a woods rider and you grab one of these stock, because it sits a lot lower ever since I adjusted the suspension down in the back just a tiny bit. But before I got it, it sat even higher than that, and I'm 5'10", 5'11" ish. You know, been pretty happy with it overall. Something I want to do is a Yoshi pipe and some Dunlops. I don't need the Yoshi, I just want the blue header. I haven't done anything with clutches, like I said. You know, oil change, keep my air filter clean, check my coolant, all that happy stuff. I haven't done anything to it. I've had this bike for almost 2 years. I bought this bike July of 22. Right after they released them, I had one of the first ones from my area. Shout out to Treadway Off-Road, Zanesville, Ohio, for getting me hooked up with this one. Yeah, the only two things I got to complain about this, well, I should say three things. The only three things I got is front suspension being so stiff, you know, the seat height. The seat height really ain't even a big deal, but just count it. And then, you know, the stock fuel tank is my only three really cons about this bike. I wish that they just did Dunlops instead of Pirellis though too, because it bugs me that the 250RX comes with Dunlops, but the R model is the one that don't. But yeah, because if you look, some of these tread blocks are kind of sheared off. I'll have to pull the bike back a little bit. Those ones down there, there's some of these ones. But other than that, she's been a really good bike. Someone told me, or the salesman told me, that if I bought this bike, that there'd be a lot of maintenance. Which might sound like I don't do maintenance, but I do keep my oil changes up. I just did oil change on this actually last weekend after I washed it. And she's good for another, you know, 10, 12 hours or so on riding. She gets ridden somewhat hard, but you know, it's not like it's AMA Supercross or anything. So really good looking bike, really fast and light bike. I know that when I first got it, it was 228 pounds, but I know it ain't now because of the bark busters added a couple pounds, and this tank definitely added I'd say probably at least 10 pounds, considering the extra gallon, which is 8, and then, you know, just guessing, saying that the plastic itself is 2 pounds, then, you know. But Yeah, when you get it, the first things I recommend is those radiator braces and that skid plate and some Dunlop tires. That's the only three things that really I'd say you can't really live without. Bark busters, that's just a personal preference, but I recommend those too. But that's for my review, guys, and wanted to take her a quick little rip considering it's supposed to rain all next week. Today is Thursday, and next week on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they're calling high percent chances of rain all 5 of those days. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.